G'day guys, welcome to episode 78. Today I take a question from one of our beloved Scalable and Saleable members who asks, how does she deal with competitors that continue to copycat their different designs and the different things that they're doing? How does she continue to differentiate herself from people that seem to continually steal her ideas? And I talk about why this is more of a gift than it is a problem, and how our friends are often the ones that believe in our dreams, but our enemies are ultimately the ones that help us achieve them. Like that, 'cause I'm lining up the stars. Yeah, you know we lining up the stars. G'day guys, welcome to episode 78 of Ask Jack D, and thank you for being here. We are loving having these conversations with you guys every single day. We have more questions than we know what to do with, so thank you. Continue to submit them every single day using the hashtag AskJackD. Today we're taking a question from Helen Van, who's one of our Scalable and Saleable members, so I'm relatively familiar with Helen's business. Helen asks, how to handle copycats. My sportswear brand Eamon has been around for 1.5 years. During this time we've discovered 5 other brands that have gained a lot of inspiration from our designs. I get sad, angry, frustrated, disappointed every single time, especially when they sell everything at a lower price to us. This is part of the game, I guess, but how should I deal with it in a personal and professional way? It's hard not to care about it, and she's actually attached a photo that Jack will bring up now of the kind of things that she is talking about. So firstly, Helen, what I will say is this: imitation is truly the most sincere form of flattery. If you are a market leader, and it doesn't mean that you're the biggest in the market, it means that you're the leader in design, or that you're doing something that's coolest or the edgiest or whatever. The reality and the price you pay for leading the field is that everyone will be chasing you, which means everybody will be following you. That's a good thing. It means that you're leading. You would rather be the one leading than the one copying, right? And in business often, unfortunately, that's just the sort of price that you pay for leading the pack. So be okay with that. The second thing I'll say is this. One of the things you mentioned is I get sad, angry, frustrated, disappointed every time. You could choose not to. Right, you could just choose not to get sad, frustrated, angry, disappointed every single time. You could just choose to celebrate every time it happens. You could choose to get more driven every time it happens. You could choose to become more determined every time it happens. So the emotional pattern that's formed around it and your emotional response to it, you're choosing that, right? So you also have the freedom to choose something else. So if I were you, I'd choose a more empowering way of meeting these challenges each and every time. The thing is, the only way you can protect yourself, and it's not about protection, right? Because for me, it's not about protecting ourselves from copycats. It's about how do we continue to be the leader? And the answer is that you continue innovating. The question that you should be asking yourself is not how do we become 10% better than our competition, or how do we become 10% better on our last range or our last design or our last style or last season or whatever. It's not about 10% incremental improvements. Ask yourself this question: if we were to release a design or a range that was going to be 10x better, so 10 times better, what would we need to do? And when you start to look at your products and your business through that lens of we now want to be 10 times better than what we did last time, then you'll start to innovate to such a degree that the competition will become less relevant, right? So that's the first thing, is continue to innovate, however, innovate to an even greater extent. Forget incremental improvements, look for 10x improvements. The second thing you mentioned in your question, Helen, is that they sell at a lower price to you. If they're selling at a lower price to you, just economically, that tells me that your product at least should be better for whatever reason. My question is this: are you communicating what makes your product better through your websites, through your promotional stuff, through your sales channels, through to your retailers, through your wholesale channels, through every which way, every marketing and sales, every piece of communication that we're releasing doesn't explicitly explain why our product is superior. And we don't necessarily want to talk, well, you don't want to talk about the competition, but just talk about why yours is superior to other things that are out there. If they're undercutting you, it's because they're manufacturing probably at a lower price, which means yours should be higher quality. Tell your consumer about that, right? The third thing is this: competition will make you better. Every single time, if I reflect on my business journey, right, I've been in business for 10 or 11 years now. Every single time there's been a big step change, right, where we've gone, okay, we now need to climb the next mountain fast, and like a 10x kind of decision. It's usually come from being in a similar position to the one you are, although sometimes maybe even more sort of imposing or more sort of pressing and going, okay, we now need to do something fast. And then you go, right, bang, this is what we're going to do, right? If I look at all of the 10x improvements we have made, it's often, not always, but it's often been that we have been forced to do that, and we have been forced to get better by competition, right? One of the sayings that I love is your friends will believe in your dreams, your enemies will help you achieve them. Because it's your enemies and it's your competition and it's the people that are sort of yapping at your heels that will push you and prod you and stretch you every single week, every single month, every single quarter, every single year to get better and to not get complacent. And that is an absolute gift. So view it as such, view it as the flattery that it is, and just keep innovating. 10x, Alan. Do 10x's, stay in front of them, keep kicking ass. You know we're cheering you on. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep us posted when you implement all the different strategies that I've shared with you today, including choosing your own emotional response to all of it. Share with us the next kind of month how each of those strategies have gone once you've had a chance to fit them on, and hopefully you will have achieved a little bit more success and differentiated yourself further from those that are yapping at your heels. You'd rather be the leader than the follower. So continue to enjoy it, guys. That's episode 78. I look forward to speaking with you guys tomorrow.
I've sexualized a wish that I dreamed as a kid. Cause I'm learning